and lawyers, guns and money. Dad, get me out of this.
Tonight, on ONEIL After Dark, can one of the NFL teams I follow get their first win? In politics, cash rules everything around DC as lawmakers give the public headaches. Where's the Tylenol? And I speak with Captain Sergeant Detective Police Lady Olivia Benson, who reads me my rights. All that and more coming up next. Good evening and welcome to ONEIL After Dark. My name Tanner O'Neill. To quote rap legend The Birdman, are you all done or are you all finished? Great quote. Week 4 of American Hand Egg was a disaster, depending on who you had your money on. And not to toot my own horn, but I did not make any money. I don't know why I bother. The Houston Texans. This opening segment is not only interactive, but also hyperactive because of you spasmodic fools in the crowd. As I looked into the audience, I noticed no one was there. Then I drifted off in thought. Where was I? Who was I? Hey, you want to focus? Took on the former Houston Oilers. So let's see who won and how they won. Oilers at Texans. This game was pretty boring until the fourth quarter. CJ Stroud remembered how to play quarterback, going 22 for 28, 233 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Stroud found about 7 different receivers on the day, most notably fan-favorite Nico Collins, 4 catches for 79 yards. Also, the two-headed monster backfield that doesn't feature my best friend Joe Mixon gained over 180 all-purpose yards. Running back Woody Marks, actual name, found the end zone twice. Texans 26, former Oilers 0. Amazing. The Texans' next game will be on Sunday against the Baltimore Ravens, featuring friend of the show and my fantasy football quarterback, Lamar Jackson. In American politics, the country witnessed Washington bigwigs go toe-to-toe in a debate that descended into typical madness. Let's see your tax dollars at work.
Do you speak to Stephen Miller?
I frequently talk to Mr. Miller about Homeland Security task forces.
And Pam Bondi, I imagine, as well.
Absolutely. She's the Attorney General.
Donald Trump promised to make us all safer. Part of this operation is the work of masked law enforcement who jump out of cars, snatch people off streets at churches, schools, and their jobs and hospitals. 20% of FBI agents to pursuing Donald Trump.
That rant of false information does not bring this country together.
Working on Capitol Hill must be the hardest job in America. Imagine having a job where you go to work each morning just to listen to ridiculous nonsense for hours. Well, after watching this, I needed the antithesis of ridiculous nonsense, so I checked out what the ladies at The View had to say.
Because this is crazy. This is crazy.
If the guy who's giving you medical advice can't pronounce the thing he's telling you not to take, maybe don't take his advice.
We are smarter than that.
Just tough it out. Just tough it out.
And you don't have any understanding.
I hope that pregnant women just listen.
And ridicule and demean them.
You're scaring women.
What was the primary reason, do you think, that you lost?
I'm
Solid advice from women who refuse to let reality govern their lives. Spot on, gals. And speaking of reality, Buttons from Buttons for America will be going into space. That's right. The launch date is set for next week. We at the show will have exclusive coverage of this. High-profile personnel are set to be on hand, including Rocket Man Elton John, rocket scientist Elon Musk, President Trump, climate activist Al Gore for some reason, and astronaut Katy Perry. Indeed, a star-studded event that you won't want to miss. We did catch up with Buttons, who had this to say about the upcoming space travel. There you have it. To join Buttons for America Space Force, just like, share, subscribe, comment, and or donate to the Cash App at the bottom of the screen. I will be holding on to these donations while Buttons is in space. And we'll be right back after this.
And if you're looking for a sign of what to do with your life, this is it.
Everyone who's successful watches ONEIL After Dark. Saquon Barkley, the Houston Texans mascot Toro, President Trump, Pope Leo, Rachel Maddow does not watch ONEIL After Dark. Unacceptable! Be successful and watch ONEIL After Dark. Like, share, subscribe. Welcome back. The New Orleans Saints took on the Buffalo Bills on Sunday in Southern Canada. The Bills entered the contest as a 16-point favorite. So let's go to the, quote, highlights, end quote. Saints at Bills. We'll start off like this. My best friend and friend of the show, Alvin Kamara, had 70 total rushing yards. And did he find the end zone? Nope. Spencer Rattler's numbers on the day, 18 of 27 for 126 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 trips to the ground. Despite this terrible play, the Saints kept it close until the second half, where the defense didn't show up. There was really more holes in that than Swiss cheese. The Bills circled the wagons on the way to an easy victory. Also, what is this? Bills 31, Saints 19. It's worth noting that I did predict the Saints would go 4-13. Cheers to me so far. The Saints' next game will be against another garbage team known as the New York Giants. As always, check local listings for availability. In local news, Hoot Loopman, who subjugated the office of mayor last week, told citizens, quote, I, Hoot Loopman, mayor for life, will rid the town of the one escaped walrus and its illegal walrusing crime activities, end quote. The walrus in question is Leon, a 4,000-pound walrus that escaped from the Maritime Zoo and Aquatic Center for Friendship and Excellence in August of 2024. When asked about the other criminal entities in the town, Mayor Loopman said his second priority is throwing whoever asked that question in jail. The Hootster doesn't play. This week, I spoke with Detective Sergeant Captain Police Lady Olivia Benson to get her thoughts on Law and Order. I wonder why I'm in the interrogation room for this interview. I'm sure it's fine.
That sense of humor is going to serve you well with your bunkmates up in Attica.
Hello, Sergeant.
It's Detective Benson.
Detective?
Sergeant Benson.
Okay.
I am Olivia Benson.
How are you today?
This is done.
Right. So you've been a police lady for over 20 years. What's that like?
Who actually watches the show?
You also investigate the most heinous crimes and bring dirtbags to justice. Is that correct?
Where are they?
If
it was an accident, then you're not going to get in trouble.
For what?
Eating chicken out of a garbage can.
That's bizarre. I'd like to call my lawyer. Slick Deuceman, attorney at law. Well, that was quite an interview, and I'm still here apparently. Thanks to Slick Deuceman, attorney at law, who's an excellent lawyer. That's gonna do it. I really wonder if anybody still watches this show this far in towards the end. Comment if you do. Join us next week for more sports, news, and broccoli. Thanks for watching ONEIL After Dark. My name is Tanner O'Neill.
Who actually watches the show?